All right, actually, 5 seconds early to this stream. I'm sure that'll be a lasting trend. Yeah, credit towards due with Recruit Porn Bomber. Real deal. Credit where credit is due. Yeah, I mean, you can't help but laugh. I mean, well played. I wasn't reading the chat, so I'm 1,000% blaming Schmecklecat for that. Yeah, especially considering I'm embarking upon a vigorous and adamant Cyrax defense tomorrow night on the Masshole Report. That will fully exonerate and exculpate Cyrax in every meaning of both words. And with that being said, I am no longer going to get into Cyrax. So if that's what you're looking for, probably not the stream for you, but I will be talking about one of his dear friends and cousins. Very distant cousins, but they claim to be cousins because they can both be tracked back to the Smith family somewhere down the line. This is, Doctor, the genealogist here. Who knows how legitimate it is? What's up, Schmeckle?
Oh, my God. Welcome back.
Yeah, well played. Schmeckle, 100% your fault.
You know what? I should rat out who told me, that sent me the message who said Robert California. Oh, no, never mind. I should. Who told me that, what's his name was in chat? Rick Crude.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that, though, but I'll take the blame.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, who really cares?
Yeah.
It's actually perfect because then it allows us to get into our dear friend and the ultimate troll of all time, the Doctor.
Troll of 2020.
Of 2020, or I mean, I'm going to say of all time because what he did was just so next level.
It was pretty goddamn good. It was a good long play as well. I mean, yeah, it was all around. It was just a good troll.
Yeah, he's engaged in prior to his ultimate troll, he engaged in odd trolls, trying to convince people that he that he had a fake wife. He was adamant that he was actually married to a woman, but they lived in separate households despite living in the same town. And Schmeckle, what was the main thing that prevented them?
Well, there's a few things, Marty. One, that Vaati had a very, very large web of cables to untangle.
Yes.
There was another incident where he didn't have enough bins to move, enough stuff to pack his, enough, what are those little Rubbermaid things called, containers and stuff to move?
Yeah, Rubbermaid, I think, yeah.
He also needed help moving. I believe that was one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Recruit. This is not Recruit. Yeah, I think we've gathered at this point. But yeah, in case anyone is unsure, that was not the real Recruit. But
may have been Tony, but it wasn't Recruit.
Correct. Yeah. So, it was the wires, and then the Rubbermaid containers, and then the dolly. The dolly was broken.
Oh yeah, didn't have a dolly.
Yeah, and it took him about a month and a half to well, I would say it was the first. It's probably about 2.5 to 3 weeks each, because we kept asking about it constantly. So Doc, are you moving in with your wife yet? When you talk with your wife, he's like, no, well, I'm planning on doing it soon, but I've got to untangle all my gaming console wires.
Yep.
That's a pure heart. Yeah, and then it was. I got to get the containers out of the storage unit, and for some reason it would take him 2.5 weeks to do this.
Wasn't the storage unit across a bridge you couldn't cross or something like that as well?
No. His friends were on the opposite side.
Yeah, his friends were. I knew that. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe it was with the storage unit. I don't remember that particular detail. Yeah, and
there's so many.
Yeah, and eventually he showed us a picture of it looked like a doll almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, it didn't even look like a real human being. And if it was, I would say that I was going to say she was above his league, but I corrected myself. She's definitely way beneath him. One or the other. She was a very attractive lady, but the Doctor is the total package.
What about some of the high school stories, being a manager for Mudvayne at the age of 13 and being paid in cigarettes?
Oh yeah. These were like his minor trolls before he pulled the big one. Before he pulled just the absolute um, troll of all trolls.
Troll heard around the world.
Yeah, he even trolled the trolls. He trolled everybody. But yeah, so when he was in high school, I think because he said he was like 14 years old, so I don't even know if he was out of 13. He was a youngster. Yeah. Nevertheless, he got paid in cigarettes to manage the band Mudvayne. He also went to prison, he said, for running a PCP ring, but he couldn't remember which prison he went to.
He also had his own band, and one of the band members had a marijuana overdose.
Yeah. But what often seems to be the case, and this is just how good of a troll he is, like he's telling these stories as if they're real life.
Oh yeah, straight face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go. Mudvayne is playing. Could be a reunion. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and he has said that he suffers from schizophrenia before and like gender dysmorphia and like
probably a troll.
Just like a myriad of different ailments. He is a furry as well. He is a bisexual man. I know that he engaged in an relationship with DJ Zombie, who's
gonna ask, didn't him and DJ go out?
Yeah, who's like a 525-pound man with a purple leg from diabetes. He has like a walk-in tub. And he lives at like an old lady's home. He's on YouTube too of farms. I know you're chronicling this. I think you guys are doing a tremendous job. But this zombie guy, he's an interesting fella. I mean, I should probably post in there and give you like a little bit more. But he's gone now. He's basically been chased away. But yeah, I guess as it pertains to Vaati, who is the doctor, he goes by so many names because he gets into these mishaps. And
Ivan, what was his name?
Ivan Magnus the Remorseless.
Yes.
Can you think of any others?
Was Vaati the Wind Mage, Ivan the Doctor, Princess Luna?
That's a good one. I wasn't thinking about that. I was going to say Dante Cerda.
Yep, Dante. Yep.
Dante Cerda. Yeah. That could be the real crude. No, Rick, we actually even weren't talking about. We were talking about the guy, the imposter. There's an imposter in our midst. I was before. Yeah, I was pointing out that I think you were live streaming like an hour after your video driving by Cyrex's house was posted, which to me indicates that you live a lot closer to Cyrex than we all thought, which definitely gives Cyrex some real consideration to do. And I think that's why he's been off the internet mostly today.
Either that or because of Rick Crude.
Yeah, I know that's definitely what caused Sally's nervous breakdown. That is for sure. Yeah, like Rick, it's not even Cyrax oriented tonight. It's the doctor, because this guy is the greatest troll of all time. He fooled all of us. Well, he never really fooled us with his claims of Luke the Mook or the marijuana.
Those were tactics to throw us off. I would think, you hear those stories and you're like, yeah, no way. And then he comes out with this and then it's like, oh, wow, it's believable. But then again, that's why he told all those stories before. It is to make the big part of the troll believable.
That is brilliant.
Exactly. That's why he is the troll.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's just like the ultimate long con.
Yeah, he's in the long game. That's what I'm saying, man. Like he's the like you said, just the troll of all trolls, troll holder around the world.
Because you heard him the other night, and he seemed perfectly fine. Like he was actually seemed like pretty much all there and all together. And
yeah, no crazy stories or nothing.
No. Yeah, and he would always have excuses for not being able to use his technology. Like he would be missing some sort of cord. There's always the cords with him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I guess like all of his minor trolls led to his greatest troll of all time, which
very meticulous.
Yeah, he dropped a little breadcrumb for me by a guy by the name of Nathan, who I won't give his full name yet for all these cyber sleuths out there. But he said there's this guy named Nathan who he met in these anime chit chat rooms and role playing forums, and that the doctor said that he chased this Nathan person off of the internet, like he trolled him off of the internet. And he'd always say his name, like, so why does he keep saying this guy's name? You know, like, what is the significance? He's like, yeah, you know this guy Nathan A? I traded him right off the internet. You know, I'm like, okay, all right. Why does he keep saying, what's this guy's story? You know, and of course, I look him up, and the doctor didn't troll him off of the internet. He's in prison, and I think he was arrested in Wisconsin, but his prison is in Illinois. He's serving a sentence for possession of child pornography, and this guy, the doctor said that he was more ruthless than this guy, which I don't know how the doctor would know all of this. You know, he must have, like, how would he have all this firsthand information? Well, he probably just read the news headline,
or he put him away.
Yeah. Maybe the reason he denies that is because he snitches get stitches.
Safety reasons, yes.
Yeah, even if it's a pedophile, I guess, you know.
Snitch is a snitch.
Yeah, you can't really narrow down the motive for every single thing the doctor does.
He's very crafty, though. Yeah,
in the end, he definitely taught us all about the evils of virtue signaling and but basically he said that Nathan was his buddy, and they would be in these chat rooms together, and they would, let me get the article actually, because I don't want to really misspeak here. So his name is Nathan A. Dankert, and
it spells out NAD for you guys.
That's true. So he's accused of coercing girls he met online and sent explicit photos and videos before blackmailing them and publicly posting the images. I guess like a detective was contacted by the father of a 13-year-old, met on the anonymous chat room inspired by Japanese anime, and that's where the doctor said that he met him on Aminu apps. And, you know, like, thankfully I have no idea what any of this shit is beforehand, but, you know, when I got interested in somebody or something, it generally I tend to look further, and then the doctor has explained all this on different live streams, which he has unprivated, at least for the moment. I guess they found a quote unquote gold mine on his iPod. I guess like it got to the point where someone like threatened to commit suicide, and he threatened to shatter one of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I guess when you're saying that you're going to shatter a 13-year-old, that's pretty dark. Anyway, this is the doctor's friend, or if he wasn't his friend, he sure seemed to know a lot about the guy. He's claimed that he's his friend now, but then again, he ended up saying that it was all just a big troll. I put together a few doctor videos here. Small, well, it's actually probably larger. In the sense that I don't know that we'll get through all of it. We might be able to get through all of it.
Well, sure, try.
And in fact, there's actually two of your favorite people as well as mine, a Way Down Below and a carrier appearance here.
Nice.
Which are both, you know, rare occurrences.
Yeah, Way Down Below was on Michelle's the other night.
You told me about that.
That was a real treat.
In reality, I lied.
That's the explanation for him knowing everything about Nathan A. Dankert, about him being like more ruthless than Nathan. And here's one thing that like really got us all concerned and questioning things. You know, and questioning, I guess, what he calls virtue signaling. He said that he could after like some young girls had blocked him, he had contacted so many of their families that he couldn't even begin to count how many.
Oh yeah, he said it was like in the 30s or something.
Yeah, he said, I think it was even like 30 or more. He's like, I couldn't even begin to count. It's like, Jesus.
Hello, motherfuckers. Today is the day I reveal the actual truth. And the actual truth is I lied. When I said I knew Nathan, I lied. When I said I knew these people, I lied, except for Candace. Candace was the only person I knew. I fucking faked it all just to fucking see you fucking react. The pedo bit, fucking hilarious.
Fucking hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I guess now we can look back at it and laugh. At the time, like, we just didn't quite understand it.
Buying it at face value, fucking hilarious. You're all fucking sad. The truth is, it's amusing to watch you fucknuts try to scramble and use your virtue signaling points like it's gonna matter. Oof, what a sad existence. What a sad, sad life you must live. To be talking about me, to be starting shit with me, because you have nothing better to do. You know what they say about the most relevant lies? They always mess with you in the long run.
The most relevant lies.
Have you heard that term or that phrase?
No, have you?
No, I can't say that I've had anyone say that to me. No, yeah.
No, wait. The most relevant lies always get you in the well. I guess I'll have to look into that later.
And you know what?
If they aren't saying it and haven't said it, then they probably should.
They should be now, yeah.
The biggest liar on the internet for the most part, except for here today when I'm telling the truth, because this is phase 10, the actual truth. I never knew Nathan. I never was a pedo. I never fucking.
How? Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, how
How
else
do you know about him?
Yeah. I guess he must have been reading stories about pedos on the internet. I was like, hey, you know what would be hilarious? The
Say I know this guy.
Yeah.
Intended to fucking create these lies unless I was actually going to start shit, and then I started shit just to see how you react.
Yeah, and everyone was outraged. Everyone was pretty disgusted.
I guess we got the reaction he wanted.
Yeah, we fell right into his hands.
And you know what the truth is? I don't give a shit. The lies I created, you guys believed at face value. Hilariously adorable, hilariously pathetic, hilariously unavoidably freaking amusing to me as I watched you freaking start running your mouth about me, because I knew that if I made myself the target of your fucking irrelevant asses, you'd have something to gain relevance off of. A lie and a lie and a lie. I told you lie after lie after lie. And you think that I'm actually telling the truth? Oof. What is this? What even is this anymore?
Oh, yeah, so he became Ivan Magnus the Remorseless after Vaati, the sarcastic windmate, was on a live stream and started screaming the N-word at people.
Ivan was a bad guy, though, as well, though, Marty, if you remember. He was an evil villain.
Yeah, he was the Remorseless, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who was, because I don't want to say that Dante Sard was immediately after that.
I believe that's correct, though. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dr. Alastor is kind of like the witchcraft guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was the fourth
I'll
one.
explain to you exactly what the truth is. I don't know Nathan. I only heard about Nathan. Bits and pieces from Candace. Candace can confirm
He knew everything about him.
Oh, yeah, I remember. You remember Candace?
Yeah.
Oh,
my
God.
Oh, yeah, it's funny because as soon as Vaati Sarcastic Windmage started screaming the N-word at people on a live stream, and I think he also said that the difference between the soft A and the hard ER was that soft A's are your homies and your friends, and the hard ERs are the ones who will
steal and
will steal from you and fuck you over at every opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have fucking lied through my teeth just to get a laugh out of this.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like he's laughing right now.
I've been enjoying every moment of you idiots taking at face value what you thought I was and trying to fucking make it seem as bad as it is. No, I'm not fucking taking calls right now. God damn it, people. Messenger calls, I hate them. Hello, Marty.
Hey, Ivan. How's it going, sir?
Well, let me put it this way. Not too bad, except for the fact that I lied through my teeth and, wound up making idiots believe face value shit, hilariously enough, proving my point that face value is not trustworthy.
Okay.
It's just like the news. It's just like the news. You should never trust a source you don't know. And I'm a source you didn't know. And you thought I actually was doing this fuck shit? No, I wasn't. In reality, I've been
You in some of your messages yesterday?
on my philosophy.
Yeah.
I just ripped that from various posts and philosophies that I found on Facebook.
Okay, so you wanted to create a discussion on a taboo subject because it allows a sort of perception change, allows more free thought.
It does. It is true. That was.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
it does. It does.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I can like. I'm not bad at leading questions, but like he literally said this the day before, and like it gets worse and worse from here.
Part of the philosophy.
Like, better and better as far as the troll goes.
With children.
No one's born naturally friggin' innocent. That's the truth. We all make fucked decisions, right? My most fucked decision, lying. And I lied and lied and lied and lied. And
But I thought it was like a great decision.
Yeah, this is the troll, right?
Yeah, you tell us all about virtue signaling.
I'm explaining my philosophy and how face value is a big lie most of the time. Do you understand where I'm coming from? There is no true innocence because everyone lied at some point in their time in their life. The most taboo subject is expressing one's own free thoughts.
Ooh, yeah, oof, as you like to say, especially given. Like if your thoughts are to contact a child's family because the girl got creeped out and blocked it, but that's why it's also brilliant.
Or to befriend a guy who goes to jail for CP and a bunch of other crazy shit.
Yeah, I'm just hoping this doesn't get cut off midway because like I have a feeling that like the doctors and I's best friendship will be changed dramatically.
I would say that one of the most taboo subjects is pedophilia.
Actually, no. There's a lot more taboo subjects like cannibalism, etc. But there's pedophilia maybe seem like number one, but it's on a list of other taboos. And you know what people love? And you know what the most taboo subject is? Fascism.
Yeah.
Fascism.
Yes, it actually is the most researched taboo subject in the history of taboo so far. Because fascism in itself has actually caused a lot of grief for those who are trying to understand it. I was told they get manipulated. But here's the thing: unlike that, the lie itself was the pedophilia bit, which you bought at face value, which was hilariously adorable.
But that's not lying isn't as taboo a subject as pedophilia is, though.
Let me tell you something. Okay, you know what the truth is? I fucking lied. Get it through your thick skull. Capiche?
Capiche?
Yeah,
I lied about that. Okay, how many fucking times do I have to repeat myself? I lied. I fucking lied. There's no fucking other way around it.
Okay, so Nathan A. Danker was a total lie.
I did know Nathan through.
I did.
No, Nathan A. Danker was a total lie.
I did know Nathan through not know Nathan through friggin' Candace. I had heard about him through Candace. I never really.
He said on our previous live stream that they were role-playing brothers.
Correct.
Yeah.
Contacted him at all. That's the facts.
Okay, so Candace did or did not know Nathan Danker?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
What is this?
Hello? Hello?
Oh, I was just trying to listen in.
Oh, shit.
I've been
What's up?
defending himself about
Yeah, I had no awareness of this person
That
beforehand.
was a fucking lie. Everything I've said so far up until this point was a lie. The biggest lie. It's been a lie after lie after lie. And now I'm going into phase 10 and revealing the truth. This is the big
It's a
truth.
really weird thing to lie about, man.
Yes, I lied about it so I could draw attention. That's what I did. I drew the attention away from other individuals by creating attention for myself so that way I could be the distraction.
Those young girls really have egg on their
There was no young girls involved, you fucking moron. Are you fucking retarded? Will you drop on your head as a baby mate?
Mate.
Drop on your fucking head as a baby mate.
Was Nathan Dangerous the master troll or a pedophile?
He was just a fucking weirdo, from what I understand. But I don't give a shit what the hell he was.
Yeah, you're a really normal guy, buddy.
I fucking lied, just like everybody else lies on Facebook. And the biggest truth is that and now you're not believing because I've told too many lies. It's kind of hilarious now that I'm actually telling the truth because I'm pulling the Barry Wolf card to show you that face value is never trustable. Educate yourselves. Never trust face value before.
Yeah, and you know, maybe we should incorporate that, like, to maybe just never really believe anything we see.
You fall into the pit that is your own despair. Understand this. It is your own fault to trust face value. It's like the news. I basically became a...
Yeah, he looked up Nathan A. Danker. Yeah, this is a really well orchestrated, planned, and executed attack.
That news anchor on a mainstream news site saying that, oh, there's this big pandemic when all it is a fear-mongering tactic to scare people into staying home and creating fucking panic.
And got into phase and the final stage for your pedophilia claims, I believe.
It was a fake. It was a fucking lie. Get your fucking facts straight, okay?
Yeah.
I don't have to say this. Yes, it was a weird lie because it was supposed to be ridiculous and it was supposed to be believable, and I created it to be believable by doing the fucking research. And you know what? The research I pulled fucking proved that you can still lie through your teeth and fucking make it believable.
What about you talking to those kids on that? Your chat?
That was not even. That never even happened. What are you talking about?
You admitted to it already.
Yeah, I made up that lie. That was part of the lie. Don't you understand?
Wait, so Nathan?
I never actually talked to anyone who was under the age of 18. I never did. That's the truth.
Well, yeah, he said that he would engage in, you know, with people who were minors and no smut play, which I guess is like full-on sexual.
Yeah, they were more of a, like he said, dating simulations. Like he would teach them how to. He said hug and like
Yes,
touch,
yeah.
like touching and kissing.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh man, Marty! Wow, you like that triggered that. I almost forgot about that until you like just said that right there. Like that's so weird, dude. Yeah. They were. It was that smut, fucking smut play. Yeah.
Yeah. For a guy like who knew nothing about this, he sure did a lot of research.
Yeah. Well, that's part of what you have to do, as you remember. He, explained. I don't know what phase it was, but research was one of the phases.
You know, it seemed like just the planning to be so knowledgeable about this would literally take like 8 or 9 years in advance, like to pick up all these nuances of whatever this is. You know, I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah.
Truth. It's around the fucking Bible.
So you never really called any of those kids' parents or anything like that?
No, I never bothered with that shit because I never even knew that. I didn't even know anybody in the group. I just fucking was there for a few weeks, minding my own business, did my own thing, which was basically just chilling out and fucking checking posts out. That was it. I read posts. I liked a few posts here and there randomly.
The last stream I watched of you, these guys.
Yeah, and I've told you. And if you look at the, you know what they say. You know the old saying. You know the biggest lie the devil ever told? That he was God. Well, I just pretty much pulled the devil there and pretty much lied saying that I was God because God must have been a pedophile.
Whoa!
See, the guy was fucking wrong.
Wow.
It's pretty strong. I don't want to call it a reach, but
Yeah, that's a controversial take.
I'd kind of like to hear why. Yeah, what? I was got a pedophile.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost want to get into this, like, so people can hear like what he's describing here. And I'll get back to that.
Movie, nothing too far-fetched, nothing too far past the line. Because I was very meticulous about what could and could not occur. I set rules on every role play. It doesn't matter what role plays I'm playing. It doesn't matter if it's an action, doesn't matter if it's supernatural action, doesn't matter what it was. I was very meticulous about ensuring that all rules were followed to a T.
Mm-hmm. That's how Nathan A. Danker was.
So if someone wanted to go further, they would have to go through several questions
Right on. But you ran in the same circles as Nathan A. Dankert, right?
No, not necessarily. That was the only place that one amino, and I left that amino entirely. I pretty much left that amino, reported the piss out of it.
Okay,
created my own amino.
Was that before or after you got blocked by 10-year-old girls demanding smut play or kick rocks and contacting their parents and stalking them from all accounts? Like, what was the sequence of events?
It was before that because I left the...
It was before.
I left because that were underage. And of course, people would... One person actually admitted they were underage, and I was like, you know what? I'm not... Like I said, I'm not going to engage with you because I was very particular about it. And then I reported that amino because of the fact that it was violating amino's guidelines.
Okay, Feed the Beast asked a question. I'm going to trend it here. Is I'm confessing to role playing with an underage girl? Yes, but no smut play. Never smut play.
If I role played, it was mostly action, and I was very meticulous. I always
very meticulous.
There was one individual who was underage that wanted to do an action role play, just an action role play. I did engage with the action role play. We were both meticulous about what we were to agree upon. No smut, no kissing, no hugging, none of that shit.
Romantic simulation is kissing and hugging.
Not necessarily.
That's where your own words, Ivan. Those are your own words.
Yes, but if it was an action role play, it was a slight, it was a light romantic simulation. There's heavy romantic simulation and then light romantic simulation. Smut role play is heavy romantic simulation.
But you're saying that there is. Hang on one second. I'm just being honest.
But I never. Okay, if I ever did whenever I did it to go like when I did a light romantic, with a light romance, it was very fine lines. There were clear lines drawn. There was clear rules set.
He's already backtracked so much here.
I meticulously went through and set everything so that it would not be seen as crossing the line. It would be respectful, mutual, and agreed upon. If they decided to back out, then I respected that.
Right on. And I think you get the gist of it. Like, there was a lot of underage girls who would block him because they got creeped out, and then you'd have to contact their families.
Because I was not going to engage in heavy romance with someone underage.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to apply you shouldn't engage in any romance with anyone underage.
No, not at all.
Look, Nathan. Nathan was the choice for the heavy romance.
But he doesn't know anything about him.
The choice for being mutually respectful.
I don't know if that would give you notoriety for being mutually respectful.
We both would agree upon the rules. We both would set the rules, and we would find where we thought we needed to adjust, and we would come to a mutual ground where if she decided, okay, well, maybe I don't want to do that, we would then tweak or remove the rule. Like, let's say that she wanted hugging, right, and kissing, and then all of a sudden we get started in the role play about 2 minutes in. All of a sudden she decides she doesn't want that. We literally go out of character temporarily.
It shouldn't be like she decides she doesn't want that. Like, you should, what are you doing engaging in this social circle?
Yeah, this is something that should happen naturally. People need to learn on their own.
With somebody underage?
No. I'm talking about he's talking about doing these dating simulations and teaching people how to date and stuff. I'm saying this is something they need to learn how to do on their own, Marty. That's it's not his place to be having these kind of interactions or role plays or action role plays with them, or
But that's the thing that makes it all so ingenious. It's hilarious.
Remove that rule that would allow that. Once that was set, though they're not like so. Well, in multiple occasions, in multiple group chats, Nathan would jump automatically to the heavy romance in the group chat.
So what are you doing there? What are you fucking doing there?
Research.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Nathan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know what the doctor was doing.
Yeah, Nathan. Yeah, we all know what.
Yeah.
Boy, did I have a shit fit. I lost my shit so bad. I told Nathan that it was classless. He was not being respectful. He was not being neutral because he would pressure them into it. A lot of times.
And I read the article, but do you think that engaging in moderate romantic simulation with an underage woman is respectful of her innocence?
Good question.
Not necessarily, but it can be. It depends on what level we're talking, because there's 5 levels of this kind of behavior.
5 levels, you said?
Yes, 5 levels, at least that I know of.
Okay. Can you expound? I'm curious to hear about it.
Okay, level 1, hugging. Level 2, hugging and kissing. Level 3, hugging, kissing, cuddling.
You just earlier said that you engage in hugging and kissing role plays.
Yes, but the most I would jump to would be level 2. Never to level 5, where it was straight up detailed erotic role play.
Okay.
With kids.
This was
Brilliant troll.
very detailed erotic role play. So much so.
What level is the very detailed erotic role play? What level? I'm sorry.
That's level 5.
Okay.
Then there's moderately there's heavily detailed erotic role play, moderately detailed erotic role play, and then light detailed erotic role play. Those 3 levels. So that's level 3.
He is very
4, and
meticulous.
5. Heavy was number 5. Moderate was number 4. Level 3, lighter, but less detailed.
Okay.
Moderate, heavy lit.
Okay. And this is your own organization. This is your own rank system. I don't know much about this realm, but I would say, in my own definition, that contacting somebody's parent and stalking them from all accounts at least takes you to 2.8. Like, it's definitely more than 2. Because if hugging and kissing by itself is level 2, the other actions kind of multiply it slightly.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you have some people who were not exactly experienced in roleplay. So you had non-literates, you had semi-literates, and you had literate role players. The 3 layers that are most common, the 3 most common types of role players. Me being a literate role player.
Yeah, like somebody. This is the most dedicated trolling I've ever seen. Like, he must have spent a lot of time researching it.
Very meticulous.
Yes.
Player, I was very meticulous though. And for those who were learning to role play, I would introduce them into it, but I would be very meticulous about if I'm going to do anything.
You would indoctrinate these girls into role playing.
No, they would come to me and ask me for assistance.
Okay.
Not necessarily indoctrinate, as they wanted to jump in on their own accord. I was just giving them little tips, little hints along the way, so that way they could be better if they decided that they found, and if they got older and would still continue to decide to role play.
Okay, what kind of
let's
tips do you give these girls to improve their role playing ability?
Well, I was always very adamant about if they wanted to expand on their characters, expand on their backstories. Like, one girl she created an OC named Rosalita, and she wanted this character to have a specific group of friggin' traits. One of the lesbian people I knew, birthday when all this shit went down, and she was one of the few that actually wanted to get into the roleplay scene.
Okay, yeah, great trolling, you know.
In reality, I've been fucked
I guess this is after, like, the...
until the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Swear on the fucking Bible.
So you never really called any of those kids' parents or anything like that?
No, I never bothered with that shit because I never even knew that. I didn't even know anybody in the group. I just fucking was there for a few weeks, minding my own business, did my own thing. So basically, just checking out, fucking checking posts out. That was it. I read posts. I liked a few posts here and there randomly.
The last stream I watched of you, these guys.
Yeah, and I told you. And if you look at the, you know what they say. You know the old saying. You know the biggest lie the devil ever told? That he was God. Well, I just pretty much told the devil there, and pretty much lied saying that I was God, because God must have been a pedophile, And if you're going to say the guy was fucking wrong for what he did, then guess what? You're kind of fucked in the head either way you toss the dice.
Yeah.
Because if you're supposed to be religious and shit like that, you look at the big picture.
Yeah, if you're religious, you have an obligation, a spiritual obligation to be a pedophile.
Pretty much pulled the Lucifer here, and you fucking guys actually bought it at face value. It's just like it's just like
weird thing to do.
it's just like when
Yeah, I mean, the doctor's mind is one of the most fascinating things in the world.
What is he talking about? AIDS here?
What is that?
Did he just say something about AIDS?
I pretty much pulled the Lucifer here, and you fucking guys actually bought it at face value. It's just like it's just like
weird thing to do.
Yeah.
it's just like AIDS, just like when God.
It's just like it's. I think it's. He's trying to say it's.
When Lucifer lied about being God. Think about it. Look at the big picture. Here we are in the big picture. Look at the big picture. I made it up. Was very meticulous about how I planned it, so that way I could implant this thought, so I could distract the attacks, so I could distract others. The attacks of those who I actually was cool with. Keep people off my
What?
distract the attacks.
Oh, you know what? I think Suplex was being given a hard time, so he was doing this to take some of.
Oh yeah, the diversion away from him.
Yeah, he was jumping on a grenade, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I can distract others. The attacks of those who I actually was cool with. To keep people off their backs, so that way they could de-stress in the meantime.
So you like in a
So I basically played the fall guy. But in my own right, it wasn't just playing the fall guy.
So if you think about it, you're like the modern day Jesus Christ, but with pedophilia. Like you got
Pedophilia
nailed
was-
on the cross of
Pedophilia wasn't an idea until about 1965.
What?
Look it up. There was no such thing.
I mean,
What? Wait, what was that? What was that fact he just threw out there, Marty?
pedophilia wasn't a thing until 1965. So I guess if you were like a 40-year-old man banging like a 4-year-old in 1964, you were just all right.
You were good to go until
Yeah.
New Year's.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Pedophilia until 1965, when people started having moral changes and perceptions. This is a friggin' fact. The idea that pedophilia has existed since as long as humanity's been around is actually a fact. And if you can't fucking face that, you're never going to be able to face anything else. Because the harshest truth is, no matter what fuck shit goes on, I'm not pro-pedophilia. Far from it. But there are some people that were falsely accused as well. Because there are people that do make false accusations to create this fucking illusion, and these illusions cause problems with people's lives and destroy people's lives. By purposely trying to destroy my own life, I aimed to show
By purposely trying to destroy my own life. Well played.
what it was like through another perspective.
Okay.
Because I created this lie to hilariously dispute the point that there are people that will lie through their teeth just to prove something. And my point is, the face value is not always trustworthy, and you can't always trust the source themselves, because that source could be actually lying to you and be hiding. That's why I say that's why I don't trust everybody.
You are the
My biggest thing,
man.
That's fair.
my biggest saying,
Yeah.
my most infamous saying is, nobody is innocent,
Yeah, not even like a 6-year-old.
because everybody has a sin. We all have skeletons in the closet. Some of us,
Yeah.
others.
Yeah.
But when you have to roll the fucking basically, you know what? I'm gonna do this, mess with your heads, see how it's gonna fucking work. I do a deep psychological analysis and see how far people will go to virtue signal. Virtue signaling being the biggest sin, because it's hypocrisy in its purest form.
About the whole pedophilia thing or virtue signaling.
I hate virtue signaling
Yeah.
more than I hate pedophiles, because virtue
Wow.
signaling usually
Oh wow.
Yeah.
not even realizing it. Or they've at least embraced some kind of behavior that is similar, although it would be, the pedophilia itself is not as taboo as child sex offenders.
So you
That
think,
is
like,
true.
people who-
However, there are false claims that are made every day by people to ruin people's lives. It's sort of like the Me Too movement. It started out with a good call, with a good intention, and it just went to hell.
I don't know, man. That's pretty funny, though. It's a pretty funny story. The whole
It still has all gone to hell. Think about it.
You should
Signaling
think
love.
you're
The thing is, so many lies.
Jesus. You should be Ivan Magnus, the Jesus priest, or whatever.
I'm just explaining how it works.
You went on the cross.
My teachings may seem strange, and my methods may seem bizarre, and every lie I may tell may be bizarre, but when I'm telling the truth in this case, and this is why I'm actually revealing this is step 4 in the final phase. I take it.
I thought he said it was step 10 before.
I thought it was a 9-step phase.
Huh.
My master plan is to, dude, does it matter if I'm in a relationship or what my relationship status is? No, it doesn't. Not currently.
Well, kind of, because everybody was talking about that back in the day. There was, you said,
Yeah, that was back in the day. You get the point though. I created it again. I lied when I told you I've lied so many times. It's actually
right. That's your thing.
It's actually believed me at first and then doubted me, and now they're doubting me because I'm actually telling the fucking truth.
I might be talking to myself, and I might even not. It's like you're so good at lying. This could be a dream. This could not even be real.
You have to understand, everything I've said so far, I said for a reason. Every lesson I teach is a very strange one. There's a method
Yep.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
to my madness.
How do I know
Just
that's
like any-
a lie, though?
You know what?
Hmm.
No. Well, you know, fine. I'll go with it. I think there could be a method to his madness. He is very elaborate and meticulous.
Was that a lie right there?
No, that was the truth. Because everything I do say, I do have a purpose behind it. I never fucking plan something. That's just impossible for me not do. It's like fucking drives me nuts.
The truth about this right now.
You want me to? I'm being honest with you right now. This is step 4. I'm being completely honest with you right now.
This is the real shit right here.
Yeah.
100% legit.
Do you have
Absolutely. I will not discuss that matter because it doesn't really matter. The subject is
What
at
if it's a
hand
white
is this
fluid
virtue
cyst?
signal.
It's basically a stuffed animal. It's not a big deal. A lot
Listen.
of dudes have it.
Listen. Allow me to explain it in the way that most people can understand. Everything I've said, every lie I've told, has its reasons, whether ridiculous or believable. Both have aspects that are to teach a lesson. It is like the hardest thing to teach people that you can't always trust the source. It is literally this whole herd mentality, this whole mob mentality. You understand what mob mentality does? It creates weakness of the mind, and the inability to think for oneself. It creates.
I mean, I guess he did create a discussion, and it took us like a while to figure out that it was all a troll. Like,
I mean, you would agree with Marty with him when he says you can't trust like the source, like the news, right? You would agree with that, right?
yeah,
Because like, remember when we would stress so much for Suplex to do the weather and traffic reports?
yeah, for sure.
You know, I trust him.
I trust him too. In coronavirus reports,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And Santa Claus sighting reports as well.
yeah, NORAD tracking, yeah.
Followers, not leaders. I'm trying to create leaders. Trying to get them to step out of the shadow of a blind societal friggin' lie, and one of the biggest hypocrisies that exist, to show them that there is a better way.
How do you?
Everything I do, I do for a reason.
Though.
Because I use the
Okay, you know how we've given credit to Rupel for coming up with a pretty good
For his
defense?
country.
Yeah, like with all information available, I would say that the doctor probably should have said that he was just turning him in, and like one of Nathan Dinkert's buddies are after him. So he doesn't want to say that he was involved. I don't know, or maybe the bikers are after him because
Now he's looks like a. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where the doc was going with this one.
No.
You know, he's a very meticulous man.
Yeah, he can be.
There's always a rhyme for his. There's always a rhyme for his reason.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we all got it someday.
To teach. I show them the lies.
What was the lesson for the wife lie? I'm very curious about that one.
The lesson for the wife lie is never tell us. Always be careful of what you hear, because what you hear on the internet may not be true. Never 99.9% of the time, it's not true. It's usually misinformation, because the internet is
Okay.
full of misinformation.
See, that lesson makes me think that right now, as you're saying that statement is a lie. And it's the opposite.
It's the truth,
of
though.
what you're saying.
No, because if you look at certain things, there are certain things that you have to really look at. Certain behaviors. For example, there's always misinformation being spread about. There's always going to be misinformation, and it's better to see the misinformation than it is and blindly follow it and believe that it's true than actually believe the actual truth once it's set in motion.
As we all learned.
That's the hardest part for people to accept.
It works for me.
Fucking serious mental gymnastics. It is impressive, Vaati.
No, I'm not pulling no mental gymnastics. You have to understand the truth is a lot more complicated than it looks.
Wow.
It's ignorance to follow a lie. It's blissful ignorance to follow a lie. It takes actual thought to understand the truth.
So
This isn't mental gymnastics. This is science. This is facts.
Life and I believed you, I would have been.
I mean, Vaati to me is clearly like a very bright guy. He's just deranged, I think.
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely some intelligence there, but it's just misdirected.
Yeah, I think his beliefs are just very distorted.
Yeah.
I didn't believe you, and I thought, man, that sounds like bullshit. I was like, not ignorant, smart.
You were taking the right steps.
I did. So
In the right direction.
I did that lesson perfectly. I scored an A on the test. I heard you.
But everything, like I said, everything I say for a reason. Every reason. Listen,
Wow.
allow me to explain something. Okay, let's say that I'm the government and I'm hiding a fucking UFO, right?
Sweet.
And I make up this lie that there's no such thing as UFOs. Society, being blissfully ignorant, decides to believe the lie. I just hold a mirror up to that lie and show you what the lie is, and then explain how it can be bullshit. It's just, that was pretty much like an example I'm throwing out there.
Wow, dude.
It's sort of like how the government created the coronavirus. Yep.
They did?
Well, why do you think that they're having such a hard time controlling things? That's why they're doing the quarantine. It was the Chinese government created the fucking virus. They got it to America. America was trying to perfect it. They fucked it up even more and released it in the fucking world.
See, now I don't know, because I had thought that that's what happened.
Yeah, another interesting thing about the doctor is like the awareness he has of his parents' sex life. Is this the creator? Yes, this is the creator. This is the creator. Yes, there was Ivan, Dante, Doctor, Vaati, and the creator. Correct.
The five.
Yeah.
Fantastic Five.
Because the governments want to friggin' control us. They do. It's through their teeth. And it's only a matter of time before my channel's taken down because I'm exposing the truth. And I expose the fucking the demons where they stand. I'm the one holding up the mirror showing the demons where they are.
Wow. It's funny that he puts it that way.
It's just up to society to actually understand that I'm not fucking going to back down until I deliver my message. Delivered for what the liars do exist. Insanity that's delivered them to a point where they can't understand what they're doing anymore. Compared to child sex offenders. On and on. The lies, hypocrisy, virtue signaling. You get the list that goes on and on and on. Pedophilia is nothing compared to child sex offenders in reality.
I mean, they're in the same territory.
Definitely.
But then again, you have to look at how society creates these taboos to try to follow this idea. It's sort of like how the female nipple is sexualized. It wasn't sexualized until some fool decided to try to lead and create the illusion that that was a normal thing to think of.
Can you let Marty in? That first thing.
Hey, thanks,
Understand how society works.
I
It's
appreciate
all
it.
about perceptions, and mass perception is the biggest, can be the biggest downfall of everything in reality.
Ivan, do you really believe that virtue signaling causes more disruption in society than
It does.
Oh my god.
It does,
Oh my
absolutely.
god.
Yeah.
The pattern. It's what happens with other societies. How the hell do you think they fell? It
By
wasn't sure as hell wasn't. It sure as hell wasn't fucking magic. Fucking
Oh shit, hang on.
I thought he was gonna say pedophilia.
It does. It definitely does. Okay, let me plug my shit in. I don't know if that's the issue.
reality. I've been innocent. We're on a self-destructive path. It's what's happening with the Bible,
and that
everyone's a sinner. Everyone. Okay, let me put it this way. For those who understand the Bible references, everyone is born a sinner. There is no true innocence. Innocence is an illusion created by society to deceive the actual fact that from the days of Adam and Eve, and this is if you actually read the Bible, that you would understand that because of Adam and Eve's sins, their child was naturally born a sinner, and every child after that, and so on and so forth. There's no friggin' limit to how far it's going to go.
okay,
Until people wake up and realize that sin is inevitable,
okay.
and that you're going to embrace certain behaviors that might be considered sinful by others and offensive by others. It's only a matter of time before it all comes crashing down.
Okay, so you're saying that we're just kind of
We're on a self-destructive path. It's what's happening with our society. Every time that someone thinks that they think they're doing the right thing. Sometimes they might be doing the right thing, but other times they're doing the wrong thing. It's all about understanding where you stand, what ideas you've listened to, and everything that makes sense.
as a pedophile. It seems like you're a double whammy right here. You got like the best of both worlds.
The lie about being a pedophile, and I even clearly stated this in the video when I edited the video, and if you actually go back, you can see that I privatized the video and put the pedo bit was a lie.
Why'd you
Which is the
privatize
truth. Because I could.
Yeah. Why'd you privatize in the first place? Because I could.
Good
Yeah.
answer. Yeah.
Because I wanted to create controversy. That's what I do. I create controversies.
And then you realized that
I don't let it get.
Didn't we get him to unprivate it, Marty?
Did I get him done private?
No, I said, didn't we get him to unprivate it?
I'm not sure about that. I think I was like, oh, Canada, like you gotta fucking because like his version of is
Yeah, I know he re-uploaded it. I know Canada re-uploaded it.
Yeah, I think the doctor like has kept this in his vault for up until recently.
Yeah.
You get under your skin. See, that's the difference. I already know what I'm doing.
so
I'm taking a
pedophile.
step to show that there's a lot worse out there. Pedophilia is nothing compared to child sex offenders. But then you also have to consider that the power structure that is existing as we speak is beyond fucked. It's even more fucked than pedophilia. Because you think that we're
Yeah, I guess like capitalism in the free world is more fucked up than pedophilia.
when you look at let's look at how modern socialists want to make the country a socialist country, right? And how they might think that they're doing the right thing. Their ideas might be good at heart, but the road to hell is paved with good
I have
intentions.
to say this. I'm biting my tongue on anything related to the Little Prince. I don't want to let anything slip as far as my defense of him tomorrow on the Masshole report.
Yeah.
So like normally, of course, I'll talk about him, but I can't say a single word.
Let's not take the spotlight off the doctor here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. You don't.
You know?
Why do you say that?
Because every intention I've had has been good.
Why would you go to hell if all
But
your
it's-
intentions are good?
Because it's a saying. The road to hell is because here's the truth, right? You can never be on the road to heaven if you don't understand a certain aspect of yourself, a certain flawed aspect of yourself. My flaw is that I lied. My biggest flaw is the lie, and then the determination to stick with that lie.
Okay, so if you were lying right now, then that would be unacceptable.
It would be a double entendre.
Okay, that's just what didn't know Nathan A. Dinker earlier.
I don't know him. I only heard about him.
What?
That's the truth. I made up a lie about it to fucking entertain, to see how people would react to it.
Okay.
Told him you're a romantic brother, and Candace knows him. Candace does know Nathan A. Dinker.
Yes, she does know him, but I do not know him like she does. Okay? Do you understand that?
Yeah, how do you know all about him then?
She told me as much as she could about him.
Okay.
And I got information from her and her brother.
How old
Who
is
did
your brother?
contact me. He's a little older than her. I don't know how
Okay,
old.
good. I'm just making sure. Good. Okay, that's good at least. You said that you bullied Nathan A. Dinker off the internet.
Again, another lie I created.
Oh.
I've been very skilled. I've been a very skilled deceiver. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain?
Yeah, very skilled deceiver who tricked us all into thinking that he was the manager of Mudvayne. Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, I guess that was like just.
Well, that was part of the troll, Marty.
Yeah.
He got you so good you keep forgetting that you don't believe it, but you wanted to believe it.
Yeah, you know what? I fucked up. I that's how good it is.
Then the troll continues.
Yeah, right.
Troll continues.
Here this time, I'm actually being 100% honest.
You're saying like a very calculated, methodical manipulator.
Hey, so whatever you want to say, whatever you call it, it sounds meaner than that, but actually in reality, I'm explaining how things, how you take perception.
Yeah.
And you
Making him out to be a bad guy, Marty. Come on now.
What was that?
You were making him out there to be look like a bad guy or something. Come on.
No.
To a degree. Whether you accept it or not is up to you.
You seem to know a whole lot about romantic simulation and anime chats. Is that just a
Damn
joke?
it, not you.
Why
I
not?
don't know who the hell you are.
It's Carrie. Carrie's good people.
Who was that? I don't have the tab open. Who was that?
Carrie.
Oh, he was. Oh,
I don't
okay.
think that's the same person. It's sent in the mail.
That's Carrie. That's Carrie. Oh my God. What are you doing?
There we go.
Hello, Carrie.
Hi.
Good old Carrie.
Allow me to explain what I'm doing is I'm trying to explain how society's perception has become corrupted. And while I'm not exactly perfect myself, I have done some fuck shit. I will not lie.
Yeah, fuck shit.
Especially when it came to the candle incident, when I was being an asshole to her. That was my own fault. I will admit that.
Interesting.
However, there are things that I am trying to do to make amends for that. And yes, I make up a lot of shit and I lie through my teeth for a lot of reasons. The reasons I choose specifically, meticulously, and I'm very calculated about it. I know what risks I'm taking, what steps I'm taking. You might not completely understand, but when you actually see the truth, and when you actually understand completely what I'm all about, you'll understand that this whole thing is to flip the basic follower perception to create leaders. Instead of being in the shadow of someone else who's fucked and beyond fucked, I'm trying to create this point where you can create your own destiny. Sort of like a bending your own reality, a sort of living in the moment situation. And I was in the moment, so to speak.
Sure. I mean, Ivan, you seem to know a whole lot about these anime romantic simulation groups.
Did you talk to various people?
Sure. Did you actually participate in those, or is that a lie?
I lied about that.
I lied about that. Yeah. He's just making things up as he goes along.
A lot of them, but I never freaking will. When I accepted, I just was accepting just to fucking check the posts out.
Okay, because your actual
And look for random photos.
Your actual Facebook involves a lot of very sexual and graphic furry imagery, and a lot of it is pedophilic in nature.
Well, what you consider pedophilia, it's actually the ones I usually choose are 18 above. I'm very meticulous about who I choose.
Okay, like some of these were a picture of like a furry man and a furry, like two dogs, and like in a bed together, like under the sheets. And he'd be looking at like this little puppy, and there was something along the lines of like, "We're gonna show you how it's done." And there's another one. I forgot. I think it was called like Furry Hell or something like that. It was on Facebook. I remember when I was looking into them. There was a video of a dog raping a chicken, like an actual dog. Like
I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
I remember that being shown to me.
yeah. It was pretty graphic, but I guess that's just all come into control. And I think he was in there for like at least 6 years.
All part of the research.
Yeah.
Children watching their parents have sex.
Every person has an primal instinct, right? The primal instinct to have sex. Every
Yep.
human in existence.
Well played.
Once they reach a certain point, then that instinct kicks in, and it's harder to fucking fight. It's understanding that.
In your opinion, what is that age? Like 7, 8?
The primal instinct usually starts kicking in around the age of 9, 10.
Yo.
When they reach sexual maturity.
And
but it's harder to fight it. And as a matter of fact, if you look at the way society is set up, look at the Discovery Channel. They have the Discovery Channel, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe they do.
Then you understand that they're going to learn one damn way or another. You can't keep innocent. You can't keep for forever. It's impossible to do so because there's no such thing as purity.
Well, I mean, like,
There's only.
I mean, like nowadays they show like Gold Rush and like Street Outlaws and like stuff like that on Discovery Channel. There's not like animals having sex or anything like that. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Again, all I really watch is, I couldn't tell you what's. What do I know? I know Shark Tank is on
Like-
what, ABC.
I couldn't tell you. I don't want.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure Marty knows like like the ESPN shows and shit like that.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I don't really watch TV myself. I watch some of the older shows and sports and stuff, but yeah, I don't really keep up with anything new, or I don't even know why I have it half the time, to be honest. But I do.
Yeah, I mean, I have like the movie packages and stuff, but like I never fucking. It's just a waste.
I watched probably, sadly, I really didn't think it'd come to this ever in my life, but I probably watch more like YouTube stuff and then like like internet shit than I do like regular TV.
For sure.
So, but yeah, I still keep it.
Purity.
I mean, I guess like the shows that I'll watch, like in the starting gate, in the paddock, I'll watch Blinkers Off.
Yeah.
I'll catch those sometimes.
Which is what virtue signaling creates, is the illusion of purity itself.
So children are born sinners. That's what you're saying. They're never pure.
I'm basically saying everyone is born a sinner. No matter what fucking life, no matter what they do with their life, there's always going to be skeletons in the closet. There's always going to be sins that they're going to make, whether stealing, whatever, what have you. But, that's the damn truth. No one is ever going to fucking be free from their sins.
He said that no one has innocence either.
Yeah, I guess like a 1-year-old has some skeletons in their closet. Yeah.
I think it is immoral for a 10-year-old to have sex with an adult on the 10-year-old standpoint, if they want it.
If the parents okay, it's not. Then it's not.
Oh my god! No.
Yeah. If the parents okay.
10-year-old standpoint, if they want it. 10-year-old to have sex with an adult on the 10-year-old standpoint, if they want it.
Yeah, and I mean, if people still can't like realize like what I do sometimes, then God help you.
If the parents okay, it's not. Then it's not in my control.
Oh
That's a
my
different
God.
situation in itself. Though society, every society has a different standards. Yes, there's different societal standards. There are 12-year-olds that can fucking drink in France. What are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. I know exactly what I'm
Oh my god!
Fuck up.
talking about. Society is fucked beyond fucked, mate. I know exactly what the fuck they're about.
Hey, you don't need to get mad at me because you can't have a 10-year-old in America. I don't know what you're getting mad about. You need to
I'm
move.
not fucking worried about having a damn 10-year-old. I don't want anybody that fucking age. Because I know the legal limits.
Well, don't cuss
Because
at
I'm
me.
getting fucking tired of fucking people trying to push fucking this idea that I'm actually like that when I'm not. And I've fucking proven it time and time again. and you've brought face value like a fucking moron, which makes it more amusing to me. And I'm pretending to get mad so the way I can entertain
He's pretending to get mad right now.
the fucking crowd.
We're doing a
The
great job.
viewers that actually do view. Because you know what I do? I love that. I'm not actually mad. If you actually listen to my tone of voice, I'm being very heavily sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Sarcasm sign, mate.
I guess so. I don't know. Do you have one?
And it's so fucking hard for people to understand the difference between when I'm being serious versus when I'm sarcastic as shit.
Sorry, I
Well,
was laughing at something else.
The sarcasm.
Because all I know is sarcasm. Because of the
Okay.
bullshit I've been through.
Wait,
All this
Marty.
Yeah.
I know he was Vaati the One Mage. Wasn't he something the
Body,
sarcastic?
it was Body the sarcastic would make.
Ah, okay. I thought it was, but I thought it was. I thought we may have been missing another name as well. But okay, fuck me. Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's the night.
I created, all these shit, these stupid lies I created, and they're stupid lies. That's all they were. Stupid lies that stupid people believed.
I'm
And a lot of stupid people understand. A lot of the lies I've told, the pedophile is a stupid lie. Understand me at a level that is comprehensible to your own psychological instability. You do not realize how much it takes for me to lie like that.
I'm not going around
You know
telling
what
people
this
that I'm a child molester.
I did not say I was a child molester. I never said that, you fucking morons. Whatever perceptions you are getting is misconstrued by your own blatant ignorance. It is amusingly hilarious and pathetic.
So
How can you misconstrue the most simple lie and not see through it? When I made up ridiculous shit like I was in a band, you saw through it. Then when I made up the pedophilia lie, I thought you would see through it. Now you idiots will believe anything. How the fuck does that work? It doesn't work that way. None of this ever worked that way. The world doesn't work that way.
I think that
I'm
sarcasm.
annoyed because you fucking kids don't get it. You fucking kids don't get it, do you? Let me explain. I created a lie hoping you would see through it. Now you're believing it. How the fuck can you be so stupid? So fucking stupid!
Ivan, please.
No, seriously, I have a serious question. How can you fucking believe that?
I'll tell you how, because he knew everything about all these role-playing groups. He knew about Nathan A. Dinker. Maybe he was too convincing.
Yeah, that may have been part of it.
Yeah.
Stupid
Just told me.
most redundant lie I've ever told. It is the oxymoron of what stupidity looks like. You are a prime example of what it takes for people to realize, hey, I'm dumb as a pile of dog shit, because I finally believed a stupid lie that was beyond fucking stupid. It had no point in existing except for to prove a... And when it was believed, I was literally starstruck by how stupid you guys could get. I did not know humanity could be this far down the fucking rabbit.
I wonder, like, what his family thinks. You know, like his brother or, the veggie lady.
They're used to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Blatantly fucking pathetic.
I guess they're probably just happy for once it's not directed at them.
right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, more.
yeah, I have more questions. So a minute ago, when you said a 10-year-old should be able to have sex as long as the parents were okay with it,
If it's in a different country, different countries and the parents consent to it, that's legal. It's the legal, it's what the law states. I have no control over the law. If I did, you damn sure would know. What would happen?
Yeah, that anyone over the age of 7 can engage in smut play on the internet.
The world would be under my fucking thumb.
No. Whoa.
What would happen? If I did, you know it's what the law states. I have no control over the law. If I did, you damn sure would know. What would happen? The world would be under my fucking thumb.
But you didn't say, of course,
I
I'm
would be
against
ruling with an iron fist and breaking the illusions that are fucking government and societies have created to discontinually friggin' destroy everything that is considered part of a normal human aspect.
So
Because
people who
normality
don't
is an
want
illusion.
children have to have
It is an insane person's attempt to try to be sane when they are so far gone, they never see the truth.
You say discontinually? I mean, I like English
What do you
language
mean?
just much more than this guy. Is that a word, Vaati?
Yes, being discontinuous is a word. Congratulations, Healthy. And to be disingenuously incompetent
Yeah, discontinuous is not a word.
to be able to register. Let me explain it this way. Every phrase I say, every word
correct.
I use has its purpose. Everything I do has its purpose, whether it's to deceive or to reveal. I know what I'm doing. And whether you can see it will be up to you and how you perceive it.
You're a monster.
Yeah, you know who else knows what they're doing? Are people that study this and can identify red flags, whether or not they actually have evidence of what you're doing.
You do realize that everything I'm telling you is pretty much the truth right now, right? There is no freaking reason for me to be lying at this point.
Pretty much.
Okay, do you feel like society...
Why would I be so discontinuous to spread a lie like that?
Please, Ivan, let it be.
I can't get over that word.
It's ridiculous, but it's part of the it's part of the English language. Once you understand the English language,
I believe you. I'm sure it's a word, just like your stories about grooming kids were a lie.
how do you understand the point that I'm trying to make?
Yeah, I just have more questions. I just have more questions because I'm interested in this. So do you think that people naturally want to molest kids, but just the virtue signalers keep them from doing it, but like otherwise it's totally normal?
Let me put it this way: all morality is a gray area. There is no right, there is no wrong. There is only morally gray.
No, I'm talking about sexual attraction to
Sexual attraction is a moral gray area in itself. It does not have a specific.
For me, it isn't.
No.
Society creates those rules to try to create a certain stability, but they're insane enough to continue to change these rules so that way it fits their new moral standards and their new perceptions.
I'm just asking your opinion. Do you think it's...
It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you are. There are things that you cannot control. Just accept it.
I never said...
Society is a mass of fucking hatred, envy, and delusion. It is insanity in its purest form.
I'm just asking your opinion because I think it's interesting.
My opinion is that everything is fucked. Just accept it.
So,
Plain and simple.
Accept pedophilia
Just
because
accept
it's
it,
just how it's going to be in the end.
It is part of human nature.
Plain
There
and
are
simple.
some people who have embraced more of that side of human nature. That is a flawed aspect of human nature. Human nature is fucked. Human nature has been fucked for eons. From the dawn of humanity, there has been fucked shit going on. It doesn't matter what your societal perceptions are now. You may be considered fucked by the future generations. So either way you toss the dice, there is no end to this fucked psychopathic friggin' rampage that is society's own trying to justify what is true insanity.
well, Ivan, you don't think that children deserve a chance at innocence and a happy life?
There is no innocence. Thing that is and ever was by design. The design is perfect. The flaws that exist are there for a reason.
Wow. That's a real hot take.
Yeah. They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Without them, there is no need for growth. So someone who thinks that there is innocence is suffering from the biggest illusion of them all, who needs to realize that there is no such thing as innocence, because innocence itself has been a fucking misconstrued concept by religions, fucking ideologies from old people and fucking generations before us who thought that they would know what was right, when in reality, everything is fucked. There is no fucking innocence. Everything that we do from this point forward could be considered fucked. Everything we do to tell the truth, everything we do to lie, everything we do at this point and every point afterwards and every point beforehand was all part of the design. There is no greater way to explain this. There is no right, there is no wrong, there is only gray.
Interesting.
There is no true right, no good, no evil. It is a gray area. We are in a neutral zone where black and white does not become the ultimate. We are in the ultimate itself by a gray area.
Do you have like?
Go on, here. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go first.
Do you understand what I'm trying to explain?
No.
I might seem like a madman trying to explain this. But when it comes down to it, and when I get my fucking Pulitzer Prize, I'm going to be sitting there laughing.
Pulitzer Prize.
Because I know what I'm talking about.
Pulitzer Prize? Ivan, oh my God.
Because there is no good, there is no evil. There is
You could have a Nobel Prize award as well.
Yeah.
So you really have no objection or any problem with...
I have no problem with what somebody else does with their life. If they want to do something fucked up, let them do something fucked up. That's on them. I'm responsible for me. I'm responsible for my own life. I'm responsible for me. Plain and simple, I don't give a shit what other people do around me. Because I'm not going to be a sheep and let people fucking tell me how to act.
Because of children's
I don't know the difference.
do you think that children can consent starting as young as like 2 because they're just naturally sinful, or 3 or 6 months old? Like, what's your age?
Consent is a friggin' thing that is come up with by humanity. It is nothing more than an idea. An idea that has been explained to try to justify what is technically there is no true consent. Everything goes as it's this communication itself cannot be true consent. You understand this?
No.
Every word spoken is not always consent.
They didn't have consent. And
To engage.
No. You're just
You
making
understand this?
No.
No, I'm explaining this in a far more advanced method that you don't understand. Because you're incompetent and incapable of registering the simple fact that there is no true consent. Communication exists only for the purpose of trying to justify what is truly insane.
Ivan, 1 second.
Now you understand.
No, Ivan, please. You said you were acting angry.
I hate to cut this short, but I'm done fucking trying to argue my point and explain to you that everything...
Ivan, you said that you were acting angry before, but you were also acting like a pedophile. Right now, you seem pretty angry, and you're about to rage quit. You're on the stream.
It's not called rage quitting, you moron! It's called I'm actually ending my stream so that way I can hopefully let it dawn on you morons because you don't understand. I lied! How many times do I have to say it? I lied! That is the truth. I lied about being a pedo to fucking create a downfall situation where I thought you would see through it. You morons believed it, making it impossible for me to fucking not see how hilariously pathetic humanity truly is. This is why I've given up on humanity. Okay, this is why I lost my faith in humanity. Humanity is a bunch of fucking idiots.
I believe you. I'm sorry. I believe you. I can tell now that you're telling the truth. I'm so. I'm so.
Actually, I'm angry. It's not just an act.
I lost my faith in humanity years ago.
Something happened to you as a young man?
I'll tell you what happened to me. I dealt with idiots like you. Boom! Truth bomb were dropped. I am done. Peace. I'll tell you what happened to me. I dealt with idiots like you. Boom! Truth bomb were dropped. I am done.
No, Ivan, I'm sorry. Please don't go, okay? I'll leave the panel. It was nice talking to you.
Is he still here?
Happened to me? I dealt years ago.
Did something happen to you as a young man?
I'll tell you what happened to me. I dealt with idiots like you. Boom! Truth bomb were dropped. I am done.
Yeah, on that note, yeah, pretty tired. Truth bomb drop, boom. I'm out. Peace. Yeah, I wish I could talk more about Little Prince, but I do have to launch a defense on his behalf tomorrow, and I don't want to give away too much, but go and check out the NASA report. I guess I will be having full control of the stream.
Really quick here, Marty. I don't agree with the doctor's stance on consent, but I do agree with his stance on the gray area. Like, I kind of like his theory on the gray area. Do you agree or disagree?
I think some things are objectively wrong.
I mean, I go to like, let's say, the gas station and grab a couple bags of chips and just walk out of the door without paying, and the guy's like, "Hey, man, what are you doing? You're stealing." I'd love to pay. I don't have the money on me, but I'm just really hungry. It's kind of a gray area there. I'm just really hungry. I don't have the money for it, so.
Well, I would say that if you're starving, it would. To me, it would depend. I guess I guess it is kind of great if it was like owned by
like really hungry. I ate breakfast, and then I smoked a blunt an hour later, and then I got the munchies. Kind of hungry. I'm starving.
If you smoked a blunt and you don't have money for food, then I would say that's kind of on you.
Well, again, though, I intended to pay for it. But I don't have the money. But I'm hungry.
So how did you intend to pay for it when you spent like your last dollars on the?
Well, I'd like to pay for it. I intend to. Is what I'm saying. I'd love to pay for it, but I just don't have the money.
I would say that's definitely a choice then. If you had,
it's a gray area, Marty, because I'm hungry, but I mean, I just don't have the money for it.
Well,
it's a gray area.
You would have had the money for it if you didn't spend it on a blunt.
That's true, but either way, I don't have the money for it. Regardless whether I spent the money before or not, I don't have the money on hand. It's a gray area, Marty. Again, I intend to pay, and I'd love to support the business, but I just don't have it on me. Maybe an IOU, I'll get you next time. If I don't forget. Either way, the doctor's very meticulous. Look out for Marty on the Mass Hole report tomorrow.
Yeah, I guarantee you that all of you who are capable of evaluating truth, facts, logic, and reason will be swayed towards Cyrax and see that he is the real victim here. And anyone who is out for his blood and thinks that it's the Roman Colosseum, that says more about them than anything.
Just pure ignorance.
Yes.
Shalom, peace and love, Marty and Shat. Take care, guys.
Thank you, sir.